Naga. I think that's going to be a support Naga, which is actually really good against the lineup because you can sleep and kill not only both the Tomb and the Nether Ward, which are two of the biggest team fighting tools that Cloud9 have. Yeah. I really like this fourth Naga.
Yeah, this is already looking pretty great for Hellraisers. The Bounty Hunter, though, coming out for Cloud9 and a hero that's seen some decent play recently. It used to be picked a lot, especially at the Summit, was picked all the time, but he hasn't necessarily fallen off that much. We'll see how this works out for Cloud9 coming through and where they're going to play him, probably as a support. In fact, we don't really know where they're sending anybody just yet, but that could change very quickly. But yeah, like you mentioned, this Naga is an absolutely fantastic pick. As a support, they have the Keeper Light, the Naga Start as well. It also gives them lockdown by getting that early ensnare. Pretty good lockdown as well. Decent damage with the Riptide. She's fast. She's actually just a great support right now. We've seen her picked up a lot recently. Shrek, we don't have to talk about him at all. What else? What else they got going on here?
Well, also, as a support, the net is extremely good against QoP. Like, you level up that net, that's 5 seconds. He's sitting there not blinking, can't do anything.
Yeah.
I guess he can get a Yules, which is not terrible here. But, you know, sometimes when you pick up a QoP, you want to get that rush at Ags, or if you have your team has other ideas for you. But Yules could be an option. But anyway, regardless, the net's very, very good against QoP. You can also combo. It seems like an awkward combo, but you can't do it with Naga Siren using the Ensnare plus the Illuminate. It's there. They can use it. The net's also good against Bounty Hunter because it'll reveal him if he is already revealed, and you can do some damage to him while he's invis. I think it's a really great overall fourth pick here for Hellraisers.
Yeah, I think this... And the question is now, I guess with the Keeper Light, I don't know if you go for an aggro tri-lane, but they could if they want to. I guess the Pugna, and then I don't know where this Undying is going to be. I think this is going to be an off Undying mid-quap, Pugna, safe lane farm, Bounty Hunter support, another support here. That's what I'm thinking. That seems the most logical. I don't know. I don't know if you go aggro tri-lane or you just do defensive tri-lane if you're HR.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. It's probably just Undying, Bounty Hunter, top. Bounty Hunter roaming around between top and mid. They do have to be a little bit careful. If they do have Dust ready to go, and because they are on the Radiant offlane, which means it's going to be pushed up a little bit higher, you do have to be careful of Bounty Hunter's positioning because he can die if he does get spotted out. With a Dust plus net, he will definitely die. So that's something you do have to be a little bit careful about in your Bounty Hunter. Maybe he just gets boots and just kind of pressures the mid lane. So if you're thinking about these kind of things from Hellraisers and you're like, all right, he's probably gonna just, you know, forgo going to top and maybe work on mid a little bit. Let's give our mid a sentry. So maybe Leshrac puts a sentry in mid and then he's okay.
Yeah.
And then they actually go with a DK here.
So I think they've been doing this a lot. They've been doing a lot of safe lane Queen of Pain, or at least Envy Queen of Pain. They've been playing that a fair bit, but now DK mid possibly, I think.
Okay.
That's like the only lane he's really functional in. I don't know if I've seen too many support, or not support rather. God, no, never support DK. No, I don't know if I've seen too much safe lane DK like ever. It just
I have, and it never works.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, I think I saw it was one of the Chinese teams did it. I think at ESL, maybe IG. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But the last time I saw it go safe lane, it didn't work for me personally.
You just don't get the experience, baby. You don't have the rune control.
I think that what they're gonna do, and I could be wrong, is DK mid, which is a little bit scary against Lesh, presuming that Lesh is gonna go mid. But maybe they go DK mid, Pugna tri lane off lane, and then QoP bottom.
Yeah.
If that is the case, I think DK is just gonna get trounced in mid without help.
Yeah.
I think DK against any melee against a Leshrac is just a nightmare. So,
yeah, Lesh does not care about... I mean, he cares a little bit about Dragon Blood, but he's got Lightning Storm to work with, and that thing just will obliterate Dragon Knight.
I just don't think they can afford to do that without help for Dragon Knight, so maybe they don't do that. Maybe they do... Geez, I don't know. This is a really weird draft, right? Like, this is kind of hard to decipher as far as lanes.
And why the DK, honestly? I don't know...
I think it just fits the theme that they want to go push.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Lanes are unimportant to them at this point, and that's gonna be a Bane. Is that offlane Bane? I feel like I've scrimmed Hellraisers once, and I think they did offlane Bane. It could also be an aggro tri-lane of their own. Armamen's picking up the cuddle.
Dread is gonna be playing the Bane, and he's been playing the offlane role. So there you go.
I think I've seen them do this before.
All right, well, I'll take your word for it. I don't know how good it's going to be. It's going to be exciting to watch. But,
this could be why. Well, for two reasons. One, I think they think offlane's already good, whether it's 1v3 or 1v1. And reason number 2, it's actually going to be a support Pugna, so that makes it a lot easier in terms of what their lanes are going to be. I just think support Pugna is not as good as core. Anyway, and the other reason that Bane could go offlane is they're predicting an aggro tri-lane where, like, well, Bane is honestly one of the best 1v1 heroes in the game. You don't think of it because it's just never picked as a solo hero, but if it is, it's one of the best. He does extremely high auto attack damage.
Yep.
His animation's amazing. He has a nuke that not only is pure damage, but it nukes them and heals himself, so it's effectively doubled in damage. He's a fantastic solo hero. So maybe they're predicting this aggro tri-lane, and they're like, all right, what can we send offlane against a 1v1 Quap, if that is what it's going to be? All right, Bane will be great. So we'll see if that's what the route that they're going to go for. But this is a very interesting draft on both sides.
I'm surprised we don't see more core Bane, more solo Bane. He's really good. Like, he's still pretty good mid. Like, his Enfeeble just wrecks certain heroes. You go like 1-3-1 and all of a sudden you have a really good time. I think he's more of a pub stomping like solo mid hero, but I'm excited for this. This is not something I see too often.
He doesn't lose 1v1, honestly. It's actually hard for me to really think of who can really beat him. I mean, there are heroes and players that can probably stand up to him 1v1. Like, I mean, Lena's always great.
I think Lex would be pretty good.
Shadow Fiend on Radiant's amazing. Quap is still great. It's just the fact that he has the potential to beat almost anybody. Like I just, for the reasons I just outlined, his nukes are amazing. His auto attack damage. He actually has 4 armor too, which is not too bad for an int.
Yeah.
The only problem is you don't see him run his core so much, is that he tends to not do too much in fights if he doesn't have farm, if he doesn't have a good time. He's very easy to counter out with if he doesn't have a BKB in terms of stopping his ult. But if he does get farm, one of the things I love to see if it ever is a core Bane, getting like, you know, either the Blink, which is great, and then Necrobook. I think Necrobook is amazing on Bane. It was very, very popular in Han for a long time.
That is interesting. That's something I'd like to see that. I don't think we'll see it this game, but it is going to be a core Bane, by the way. Dread's going to be heading towards the bottom lane. This is very exciting. And for the side of Cloud9, they will go defensive tri-lane for now. Misery, of course, on the support. Pugna, like you mentioned, Fata's going to be heading mid more than likely. He already has the 2 tangos and the 1 GG branch. Going to be getting that battle early. Envy has a enchanted mango for some mana. Bone7 playing the Undying, so he'll probably be heading top. No Tail will be roaming around. But right now, it's just 5-mid defensive posture in their own jungle and trying to secure that bottom rune spot. And on the other side, the same could be said here for Hellraisers. They're just going to be pretty defensive. They're not going to look for anything. Big Daddy No Tail is running to the enemy jungle. And luckily, there's no Sentry Ward down. I don't know if they didn't see him place that ward. That's a great ward placement coming here from No Tail.
Yep, they see them all up top. And I think they actually want to go fight them with either probably Decay leveled up. But I don't think DK is very good level 1 engagement, so they're just going to dodge, take the bottom rune, I think, and be on their merry way. Bane's down here, though. We'll see if he sleeps and, like, snags the rune or something.
He might go for it. Is he going to go for the sleep? The Nightmare, he does skill it up, and he's going to Nightmare Fonta. No Tail's going to walk in, but it looks like he will get the bounty rune just barely. Hellraisers get both, but this might be his death. They're going to try to body block him. They're doing a great job with No Tail so far, but they can't get this kill. No Tail will just harass him, but Dread is going to be fine, and he picks up that bounty rune.
That's actually really big that he picks that up, too, because now 2 creeps without denying, and he's level 2, so that's really good for him. I'm surprised Bounty didn't wake him up. I think if he tried to wake him up, maybe he gets out in time. It would have been close. Obviously, he's got to run right up to him to wake him up, so it would have been close. But Dread, now he's level. Oh, he actually gets some aggression here from Envy.
They already used another blast. He's going to be able to get away. It looks like.
He's fine.
He already has to use his salve and his clarity, so not the best. But elsewhere, Bone7 is going to have some help as No Tail came through mid, harassed up Leshrac a little bit, did a decent chunk of damage with the Breathe Fire from Fata, but now he's going to help out top. Decay comes through. He's got two stacks from Just a Noob. Goddamn, he's just going to throw down... well, he actually has a sentry that he just placed down, and this one's going to get canceled immediately. No Tail did spot out, I think, where the sentry was on the other side, so maybe he'll be a bit more careful. He's actually going to throw another one down, and the creep actually helps him out, and they won't be able to deal with this other sentry, so he actually is going to be a bit more safe. Decay's going to come through. That's going to be a 2-man Decay. Illuminate's going to fly into No Tail, but that's very little damage at this point. Goddamn, is very squishy with the Decay on him.
Yep, he's got to be really careful. He does have level 2 now, though, so not only does he have the nuke, he was waiting because I'm sure he really wanted to net right there, but he wouldn't have the damage, but now he has the net and the damage, so if No Tail comes and out of invis. He might die here.
He does have his Shadow Walk ready to go, and they don't have a sentry just yet. They can pop it down now, will they? The Illuminate will get the kill. That's first blood. Bone 7, Sal comes out, doesn't matter, gets the kill. The net came a bit too late. He'll stick up. He's going to soul rip himself as well. And now Bone 7 man-moding, going on goddamn. The last right click is not there, and he'll go down. Armen on a Keeper of the Light at 2 minutes gets a double kill. Wow.
The damage output from Bone 7 with those stacks was insane onto that gyro. But nonetheless, I think they still did a pretty good job, and I think a 2-for-1 exchange, even though the gyro died, is okay. RMN is going to be totally happy with getting those levels and getting the farm.
Weird, Dread has a double damage rune. That's frightening.
Bounty's taking so much damage.
He's also getting out a lot of damage as well. This guy's pretty switchy.
Undying actually did go for the Soul Rip early on and not for the Tombstone, which is fine for right now, but when you hit level 3, it's like you'd hope to have level 2 Tombstone, because it's just level 1's pretty ass.
Yeah.
It's very easy to kill.
Die so quickly. So he won't be as effective in terms of at least team fighting in these early engagements. Decay comes out. They have the Janata Strike as well. He dies so quickly. The Illuminate comes through. They're going to get this kill on a no-tail, but they are happy with that trade if Bone 7 gets out, and looks like he will. They've really just destroyed Gyrocopter so far. He's gotten a couple of kills in CS, but that's actually pretty big coming up for Cloud9.
God, the stacks on Undying are just make him do so much damage. I don't even think he can. Oh, he's got to wait 3 seconds to TP up there. He's just got to be a little bit more careful. That's all there is to it. So, I would say a successful offlane here for Cloud9. Like, yeah, they're trading, but they're totally okay with trading. Now they're trying to trade sentries here in the mid lane, and he does get it off, but that's more important for Cloud9 because they don't have the vision for HR now.
The detection was coming through, but Affinity will play a bit safely, it looks like, as he doesn't have that detection. No-Tail's positioning himself where he wants to be aggressive. Probably going to deny himself to creep. I think he was just trying to get home as quickly as possible. And, yeah, I mean, Bone 7's done a lot. They actually were going to TP someone in. I think it was the Keeper of the Light, but he decided against it. He didn't have detection, so I don't know how much he would have been able to do.
They gave him 3 sentries on the courier.
Well, that's one way to do it. Oh, No-Tail might get this courier. It is a flying courier. Uh-oh. They don't have speed boost. On the other side of things, they're just going to go ahead and take the top rune spot. All right, I'm like watching this courier with bated breath. Does No-Tail know that it's there? I think he must. I think he saw it during daytime.
Yeah. He has this ward up here, so I'm pretty sure he saw it.
Oh
no, it's quite slow. It's running right over the ward too. Does he have it?
Can he get this?
Quite
he
slow.
Might not get this. Oh, the Janata, that's it. That's the courier with the bottle. That's Lush's bottle, by the way. Fatsa now caught out of position. Lightning Storm Splitter. There's the Brain Step and Snare. He's pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. Even have the Illuminate to finish him off, so it is going to be the courier coming out for Fatsa. Interesting trade.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I think, yeah, Fatsa was doing pretty well too until that gank. He had 19 CS compared to 25. Obviously, Lesh did get a little bit, he did get some help in mid from the Bounty Hunter, but it wasn't like it was that much. So that gank was really huge. Tons of hate coming in on the mid lane. 4 heroes here for a DK.
Oh, Armin, what are you doing here, buddy? He heads bottom and is just like, I don't know what I'm doing here exactly. Oh, Decrep plus the Nether Blast comes in. He'll try to deny himself to roast the last right click. He will get the kill. Mystery had just enough base damage to bring down that squishy Armin for light. So free kill for Pugna. Oh, yeah, that's right. It is.
That's a streak goal too. That's not something you see on a Keeper of the Light at 5 minutes usually. I mean, he had that at 4 minutes. Anyway, top lane, Bone 7 taking some damage. He's still got 9 charges. Yep, he uses his stick.
Uh-oh.
He uses the Tombstone, level 3 as well.
Goddamn, he's probably dead here. And if they dive the gyro, they might be able to get the kill as well. They come in. There's going to be the Screw of Pain. Envy comes through the Shadow Strike. They have no Sonic Wave. He doesn't have the mana for it. Lightning Storm coming in. Affinity misses the Split Earth. He's got another second before he can hit that Lightning Storm up again. He won't be able to get the kill on Bone 7, it looks like. And he rotates for nothing, essentially. And that's just a big turnaround coming out from Cloud9. They throw down the Tombstone. They get an easy kill on a support Naga.
It's a big rotation too, because that frees up the mid lane just a little bit for Fata, who desperately needs it. Pops the ultimate just to put some damage onto the tower a little bit. There is Dread here. He actually is dead.
He was trying to go for the Nightmare, cancel the animation, and just died. That was not the play, Dread. Oh boy. And
well, I think Fata was just too fast with the stun. I don't think he expected him to have both stun and breathe fire mana, but he used the stick to just barely get enough and got the kill, and then is rewarded with a regen rune, of course.
Classic. His Elder Dragon form going to end pretty soon here. They're going to rotate more heroes as well, looking for Goddamn potentially. He's level 4, Breathe Fire. They want to take this tower, or at least put as much pressure as they can. Misery now getting a lane to farm bottom, as Dread has rotated there as well. Misery sitting at level 5. He's actually outlaning the offlane Dread Bane. He doesn't even have his Soul Ring yet. Meanwhile, they're going to find out No Tail. They had a Sentry. They're going to ensnare. They've got detection. The Illuminate going to fly out. Split Earth. Easy kill coming in. So they finally get that pesky Bounty Hunter.
Scuttle has so many kills, but honestly, he's bought so many of the wards. So he's not going to get like tons of farm, and actually a lot of the farm is going to be stolen by FNJ. So we're not going to see like some crazy, 11-man Ags or something on Coddle.
That was a one-time only thing, I think.
Despite him having 4 kills at 7 minutes.
1-7 almost died top lane. Justin looks like he got close with the Rocket Barrage. His farm is not where it should be. 29 last hits, but that's not the problem. The deaths are the problem coming out for the Gyrocopter. So he's suffering. Envy in the meantime is starting to rotate around. He's got his treads already. He's got Bottle as well. He's looking to jump in. Goddamn, is probably a free kill if they can find a Breathe Fire, Scream of Pain. They're not going for it yet. There's the Breathe Fire. They won't come in with the Queen of Pain. They had Vision coming out with the High Ground Ward coming through on the dire side. So they knew Envy was there, and that's going to be that.
Envy's been roaming around a lot, but he still actually has decent CS as well. So I would say normally this is kind of strange, but his farm is still pretty damn good, so I think this is fine. They did get level 6 now in Misery. He's got level... She went 3, 1, 2, which I really like. I don't think you really need any points in the life train early on. It doesn't really do much.
Another Blast going to try to take this tower down. That Illuminate only does... There's no creep wave there, really. They're not pushing him with summons. They're pushing him with just their natural abilities. Top lane, Big Daddy, and Justin Noob going toe-to-toe, and there's the Shadow Strike. He does have Phase Boots, however, and 13 stick charges as well. The rest of Cloud9 rotating up, so Justin Noob does have to be very careful. He'll back away. They actually didn't have vision of them rotating. They might have seen it through that mid lane ward, but... Okay, they take down the first 2 in tower mid. That's good. They're starting to put pressure on the top one as well. They want to start limiting the farm here of Hellraisers, and Cloud9 are doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, they just can't fight against this. They don't even have like the real first round of core items. Like there's no mech coming out. There's really nothing. Just your boots and your magic wands basically. HR gonna try to do some splitting, but their damage potential in towers is really not that high, honestly. They only have level 1 rank edict. Bone Tevin TP's in with a level 3 tomb and his ultimate. Splitter off the mark, and they're gonna be forced back.
They will be able to get out, but that's still a tower that they just can't take down. Tombstone on a cooldown now. Brett is not really adding that much. I don't want to say that he feels like a support, but he's definitely not gotten the best farm in this off lane. He still has his level 6 ready to go. He's got his Fiend Script, so that's good. Maybe they can get a good R button press and get a kill or something. He's actually going to get tracked up, so No Tail already has his level 6. That's pretty good. He's going to keep tracking, and some track kills here could provide a lot for Cloud9. They could probably shut the door on this game if they can pick up a team fight with track kills and then just take down towers. They have a lot of snowball potential here on the Radiant side.
Yeah, they have the potential to end this game very, very early, which is ironic because isn't the stat that they are the team that ends the game the latest more than any other team?
Yes.
Which is kind of funny, just because they have a very early game-oriented kind of lineup. But you're right. If they win a fight with track kills, it's going to be really hard for HR to bounce back. And now with level 4 Tomb, if they want to defend this, I think they can. Quap has ultimate. She has she has basically full mana with 1 bottle charge. They TP'd the Coddle up top, and it looks like they don't want to push this.
And Fox is still getting plenty of time to just work on the Tier 2 tower top lane. Even if he doesn't take it, he's still putting a lot of pressure here. Like you mentioned, Hellraisers, they just can't fight right now. Even with Leshrac, they just can't do anything. He does have Edict level 1 still ready to go. Tier 2 tower top lane is going to go down. Envy and Fox rotate up, and they get this tower, no problem. They have a glyph, but they will use it. They're going to TP in. They might not get this. They might actually get the Tanaf, and they will. Fox Splitter misses from FNJ just on the edge. Bottom lane, they're going to find Justin. If he gets the call down off, he actually gets the stick charge. It does a lot of work, but it's not nearly enough to get any of these kills. Envy will take the full brunt of the call down in Rocket Barrage, but he doesn't give a damn. The trade, not really a trade, actually. They got that tower, wasn't denied. Oh,
There's absolutely no trade going on here. They get nothing out of it, and they lose the gyro. They lose the tower up top. It isn't denied. They're going to lose their tier 1. This is looking really good for Cloud9.
In an elimination game, back to the up against the wall here for Cloud9. They're executing pretty flawlessly at the beginning of this game. And with the snowball potential, they haven't gotten track kills yet, but if they do, like we already talked about it, could get out of hand quickly. They have the point boost for FNJ. This might be his game that he's going to have to take over. Gyrocopter right now getting next to nothing. Still FaZe and a Wraithband with Wand. That's all he's got right now with 500 gold in the bank. No tail on the backside. Could get a track off here, but they're kind of playing patiently. They do have level 4 Tombstone as well. No Flesh Golem, however.
I'm curious to see what the first new wave of items are going to be. Like from Envy, does he go for the Yules, or does he go for like an Axe? Not quite sure. It's going to be a BKB straight up here for Dragonite, so no Lothar's shenanigans, I don't think. Yeah, so he's very, very close to that BKB. So they want to end this very early.
Envy gets the Ultimate Orb. Yeah, he's going Scythe. We've seen a lot of this recently where not most, but a couple of Queen of Pains will they'll get Tread's Bottle, maybe a Basilius, and then just go straight into Scythe. I forget who was doing it last time I saw it, but it might have been Cloud9.
I see Pycat do that a lot, where he just rushes the sheep stick.
But yeah. I think it was at ESL where I saw that. Yeah. Goddamn's gonna find no tail. They have a Sentry Ward down. Cloud9's gonna come in as well. Shuriken Toss, bouncy to 2, but they actually can't kill him. And then on the backside, Bone 7 comes in with a Tombstone, throws out a Decay, gets an easy 2 for nothing. It might even be 3. FNJ getting dove. Lightning Storm's gonna come out. Bone 7's tanky, but not tanky enough to withstand the damage of Leshrac. However, here comes Spotza. He's pretty tanky. They even have Breed Fire. They'll push him forward. The Blinding Light. There's gonna be the Sonic Wave. FNJ not dead yet. He's already used his stick charges. He will survive. Meanwhile, on the backside, for some reason, Dread going in Fiend's Grip, but there's the Shuriken Toss. Cancels it immediately. Dread caught way out of position. He'll go down for pretty much nothing. And just Cloud9 grouping up and I guess you could say deathballing at this point.
Yep, and the early BKB is not even up for Fata, and he has it in 700 gold. This is looking extremely grim here for HR. They do have potential high ground defense with like Sleep Illuminate combo or Sleep Illuminate plus Call Down. Like that, there is that potential, but we just haven't seen it yet. Cloud9 has just been picking them off like just a little bit before the team fight for them to really be effectively using all of their members in a team fight. So they do have the potential there. It's just that Cloud9 they're completely outplaying them.
Yeah, look at the graphs and that'll tell the story. 7,500 net worth lead coming out for Cloud9. Experience-wise, it is only 2,000. That's at least something to grasp hold of if you're Hellraisers, but it's not looking particularly great for them. They're not getting room to farm. This Gyrocopter is, I don't want to say useless, because he does do a lot of damage with Call Down and Rocket Barrage, but right now he's just not getting any farm at all. Dread has nothing. He does have an Ogre Club now, that's good at least. Leshrac is the only one even close to these Cloud9 heroes.
I would say that the Bane is more of a liability this game than the Gyro. The Gyro can at least throw down spells. I don't even think the Bane can do much. He can maybe set up with Sleep. I don't see him getting off of Fiend's Grip unless it's really, really late in a fight, but if you're waiting super long, cast that Fiend's Grip, which you should do. You need to wait until spells are cast. But in this case, I don't think you can afford to, because I think your team's just going to be dead before then. More
of a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of mentality at this point.
Yeah, basically.
It's not really much you can do. He is going to try to go for that BKB, and I think FNJ is rotating to that BKB as well. He bought that point booster, and he's like, all right, Bloodstone. And then he's like, oh, there's a ton of magic damage here. Let me just go ahead and buy a BKB. He could theoretically go for an Aghanim Scepter, but I doubt that'll be the case.
And again, even though he has does he have a point booster or something on the courier for him? Oh, there's no items for the Coddle. Yeah. So he just must be buying like all the wards or something. Because there's mana boots on the Naga, even though that Naga has 20 less CS than the Coddle. Yeah, I think Coddle's just buying everything, which kind of sucks because you'd think Ags on Coddle is be way better than whatever item Naga's trying to get.
Yeah, but it worked early on in the game, I think, when they were getting a couple of kills on No Tail, but since then, and they just haven't gotten enough out of these Sentry Wards. BKB is now done for Fata. They're going to sit bottom. Envy in the tree line, trying to go for a sneaky play with the help of another hero, more than likely. He'll jump in Sonic Wave if he gets the chance to. They'll blow up the illusions with another blast easily. They actually have the Nether Ward on the deck, and actually, goddamn, will take it down. Misery in trouble. They get the Split Earth off on the 2. Bone 7 doesn't get it off just yet. Doesn't get the call down, rather, the Tombstone in. They have a mech ready. They've already used it. Fatsa, BKBs. The Fiend's Grip does nothing, and goddamn, tracked up, getting right-click down. They'll bring him down as well. Just a noob. He'll go down as well with the last right-click coming in from Fatsa. They've got Breathe Fire in 2. There's the knee creep up into Dread. He'll Nightmare up. Fatsa, look at the damage coming out. Look at the Shuriken toss, as well as that mana, or rather life drain. And they take all 5 Hellraisers. This is probably it. They can maybe even go high ground here. They have no buybacks whatsoever, except for the Gyrocopter. If he buys back, he has nothing. I mean, he already has nothing to begin with.
They still have half of the duration on the Dragonite ulti, too. No BKB for him, but the Nether Ward's going to be cooling down, and he actually has it ready to go. I think the game is over, Mott. I don't think that there's really much HR can do.
Tier 3 tower getting decimated. Yeah, they're going to try their last gasp here, but maybe they'll back up with Quad 9 because the Elder Dragon form is going to be done. Fatsa will get the tower killed and then back away. Yeah, that's going to be the case. They'll wait for the Elder Dragon form to be back up again, but like you mentioned, they just have nothing. You know, the Bane can't get off a Fiend's Grip for more than half a second before it getting canceled or him dying. Leshrac is doing his damnedest at this point, but just doesn't have enough in a tank, so... Cloud 9 looks like, at least for now, they're going to be maybe evening up this series. We'll see how it goes from here.
I think Cloud9 are doing exactly what their draft dictates they need to do. And that's what you always want to do in a Dota game, right? It's just like, draft something and then execute that plan according to what the heroes you have drafted. And they've done exactly that. Last game, oh, hold that thought. Big Kitty taking some damage. Call down comes down. It's going to hit twice, but he still gets the kill onto the gyro. No tail. I think he is going to die. He will.
Good Fiend's Grip. They will get a turn here, 2 for 1, but the problem is that the Gyrocopter is dead before any of that is transpired, so they at least get something. They didn't have all 5 heroes that are coming up for Cloud 9. Even if they did, I'm not sure how that would have gone. So good play from Hellraisers, and they're going to try to take this tier 1 and get something going for them. The problem is that Gyrocopter's just not getting anything. All right.
Yeah, the difference is last game... Oh, I see Quap blinking in, but last game, I would just chalk it up to just a complete outdraft. I don't think they had any answers to the Huskar. Despite how well they could have played it, or maybe did play it, they just didn't have any answers. This game, completely different story. I think the drafts are relatively... Well, I'd say C9 still has a better draft because they're executing it how they want to, and it's just destroying HR. And they have no ways to deal with this death ball push. I mean, Coddle on paper is great, but when they keep getting picked off by heroes left and right at the start of a fight, then they can't fight 5v5 because they're never given that opportunity.
No. Gyro is... I don't want to keep going back to it. The Gyro and the Bane not really doing much this game. Fatsa has a Shadow Blade now, because why not? So there's that. Elder Dragon form on cooldown for another 60 seconds. He's already at level 2 Elder Dragon form. That's something else. At this point, all they need to do is take one fight, take Roche, take bottom racks, game's over. I don't think there's much else Hellraisers can do. Yeah, it's not great, man. I don't know what else to say. It's just not looking great for Hellraisers.
It has to be... I feel like it has to be when they throw down Tombstone and Pugna War, they sleep and kill those items, which they try to do bottom, but the BKB was already out from the DK, so he was just attacking through the sleep, killing heroes through the sleep, and they didn't really care, and it just was a disaster. But they need to hope that they can still sleep when he doesn't use BKB and kill those crucial team fighting spells from C9, like the Tombstone and Nether Ward.
They really need these BKBs for Hellraisers, I think. Dread, I don't even know if he's going to be continuing to go for one, because he already has that. He went Ogre Club, and then he bought a cloak right after that, which leads me to believe that he might just going for like a Glimmer Cape, which is okay. FNAJ is getting his pretty soon, but they're still like 1 or even 2 opponents behind. Bone 7 has got a full soul booster, because why not? That probably is going to get turned into an Octarine, which is fantastic. And they're going to go ahead and just hit Roche up and take a quick roast. They even have a double damage from pots, because again, why not? This will lead to a tier 1 trade top lane where Hellraisers will get a little bit more, just a little bit. Assuming they don't keep up and defend, which they won't be able to get there in time. Okay, so yeah, this will be a tier 1 coming through. By the way, good stat pointed out by Montpax. First ever Crimson Guard for a Pugna in Pro Dota 2. Not surprising.
I just thought it was kind of funny too, because I was like, usually Pugna's the one that gets the mech and the Crimson Guard. If it does come out, it's on the Undying, but it's actually vice versa, so... Interesting stuff there. Quap gets the Aegis. Not too surprising, as he has lots of spells, and yep, I think this is, as you said, surgical now. They just Get the Roshan, now go push.
Yeah. So this is it, pretty much, for Hellraisers. Can they defend? Can they push this back? Can they get a couple of kills? They actually have the BKB now for the gyrocopter, but I don't know.
And Lush.
Yeah. All right. So they both get their BKBs at the same time. That's pretty big. Red still doesn't have much to work with here. Envy jumps in blindly. They throw an Observer Ward and a Sentry Ward down as well. They're going to Shadow Blade up. They want to kill this Tombstone, and they will get it. They're another ward down. It doesn't look like it. Call down's gonna go. The song's gonna end. They missed the splitter timing, and actually Fonzie gets his BKB off. Justin will do the same. Goddamn, already dead. Illuminate coming in. That's going to be the Aegis coming out from Envy. Bone 7 almost to the Crimson Guard, keeping him alive. They're gonna try to take down Fonzie. They've got the sleep. Envy back up and ready to go. They'll take down one. They're gonna take down half an NJ as well. They don't have buybacks on the Gyro or the Lesh. Fonzie going to work. Decrypt comes out. Actually, mirror images it off. That was pretty sweet. Now there's gonna be usage of that life droid, and they're getting overrun. They've got to call it. GG. Comes out from Hellraisers. Cloud9, we're just too far ahead at 22 minutes into the game. Very short games coming out, but still, series is tied 1-1. Trout, we're heading to game 3.
Yep, they gave it the old college try at the end there. I think it was a nice try from HR, but there was just... I mean, what can you do when a team has nearly 20,000 gold lead at 20 minutes? It's absolutely insane. Very, very little you can accomplish, but they tried. They didn't have any answers to this death ball kind of push. They got picked off a lot. The top lane was just a disaster. Like, it started out okay with a 1-for-2 exchange, even though the